Yes, yes! 6 games to go in the Premier League. It's all hotting up.
That's true, bro. We can count you now on the channel. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Yeah, that's it, bro. 6 games to go, innit?
And that's all for today's video. See you next time.
Make sure you subscribe and that.
We're just telling you how to count, innit? Make sure. Oh, yeah, by the way, well, we've got 6 games. Bye. Yeah, but 6 games to go. I think in total there's 9 games left of the season, so we're down to single figures for all the season if you include the Champions League and that, if we get to the final. Exciting times.
It is. It's really exciting times, bro. And, you know, it's just about just knocking them off now, one by one, innit? You know what I mean? It's, you know, for the team and that, and it's very important that they just focus on the next game, you know what I mean? Rather than trying to sort of plan ahead. And there will be, for Pep, there'll be an element of planning, and obviously he's got a plan where to play players, and he might need to plan where he needs to rest players. But I think for the players themselves, it's very, very important that they just focus on the nenext game and just keep on knocking it, you know, off, you know what I mean? And so obviously we've got Watford coming up. We're going to go through the fixtures, and what we'll probably do is we might assess the level of difficulty on the teams. We might have a look at if they're competing for anything. Are they competing for top 4? Are they competing for, I don't know, relegate to stay in the league, you know what I mean? And or are they on the beaches? And we'll sort of assess the situation there. And, you know, we could look at Liverpool's fixtures as well at the same time to see who they're playing on the same week, you know what I mean? See who's more likely to drop points in that week, you know what I mean? And basically, you know, if you can't hack it, if you can't handle it, we'll tell you when to book the holiday. So,
we'll tell you when to get off, innit?
You can leave the country and yeah, have a good time, innit? So yeah, it's going to be a madness. We're going to take a look now, guys. Before we get into it, we've got 260 or 270 people in the stream. Please drop a thumbs up on the stream if you've not done so already. We've already got 135 likes, which is sick. So see if we can get to 200 rapid in it. Before we get into it, bro, I'm going to make myself a sneak in it, cause I'm feeling a bit of a hype stream today, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You want to sneak on now?
Actually.
So what you do, yeah? You take the water. You pour it into the sneak jug.
This is a sneak tutorial now, isn't it?
You grab your sneak. I got the pixel punch.
I feel like this should be ASMR stuff, this, isn't it?
Take your pixel punch.
Right. Oh, bro, I filled it up well. Don't go full hand with water. You did this last time, innit?
Whack a little bit more in, and then you shake it all up. And that is basically how you get through the Premier League season, through these stressful moments. A bit of sus behaviour there, like that, and we're ready to go.
A bit of sus behaviour, and you're ready to go. Have you double scoop, bro?
Nah, single scoop, bro.
Single scoop for this one, innit? Do you know what I mean? You don't want to go too hand.
Right, you do that, bro.
Well,
As you do that, I'm going to get the fixtures up for both City and Liverpool, and we can have a look and see what the situation is. Because at the end of the day, guys, most people now, most people are going to be watching both the Liverpool and City games. And I know I've said all along, and it is true, that technically we don't have to watch Liverpool games. I don't know if anyone's actually going to take that advice. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we got Spencer coming in with the 5. Hi, guys. Can I get a big shout out for my friends 11 and Marcelli? IX isn't 11 is an ice cream man from Dartford, and Selly is a toast find. Both massive blues.
Toast friend.
Oh, toast friend.
Close friend?
Close friend. Bruh, Spencer, have you had a bad time now with the auto-correct? You know what I mean?
I'm rhyming toast with close.
Because I'm not sure, Bray. You know what I mean? It says toast, it could be close, and then it says fine.
Shout out for my friends 11 and Marcelli. 11 is an ice cream man from Dartford, and Selly is a toast friend.
Yeah.
Maybe he just eats toast with him in the morning or something, you know what I mean? Maybe they have breakfast together.
Toast and ice cream, innit?
Oh, it's fiend. It's meant to be a fiend. A toast fiend. Oh, wait, Selly's a toast fiend. That means Selly, yeah, nah, because you thought he meant friend, innit? Nah, the toast fiend, bro. He just loves toast, innit? He's a toast fiend. The guy scrans toast hard, innit? Do you know what I mean? You're like, right, are you eating toast again?
The thing is, I've not had my sneak. That's too confusing for me right now, innit? You know what I mean, I need the easy super chats to read out.
Yeah, you're like, Selly, is that toast you got again, mate?
Like this one from Joseph with the 179. Yes, she has opinions on Haaland, rumoured 500k a week. What I said, Bray, and I think most people are agreeing with this, is he's probably going to come in near Kev, and the bonuses will take him to 500k. So the only way he's going to get 500k a week is if he hits like 30 goals a season.
Yeah, that's what it'll be. Because there's also people coming out, some like reliable sources coming out, saying that he won't break the wage structure that we currently have in place.
Yeah.
Which says to me that he'll probably get matched on the on Kev's wages, but then obviously easy deliverables to take it up to, say, like, let's say, imagine like the 480 grand a week that Zohib says there. You probably get the easy deliverables to take it up to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right, let's take a look at the some of these fixtures then, guys. So obviously 6 games to go as per the title of the stream today, and it gets underway on Saturday. City are playing 3 p.m. kickoff against Watford at home. Liverpool play on Sunday, 4:30 in the Merseyside derby at Anfield against Everton. So we're now able to put the pressure back on Liverpool here, you know what I mean? So obviously Liverpool played United on Tuesday, they won, they put the pressure on City last night, we got the job done, but obviously you've always got that pressure moment. I think it's always better playing first, because then you've got no pressure in terms of, you got to win the game, but you know, at the end of the day, the other team hasn't played the fixture
I also feel like you can enjoy your weekend. You can enjoy your weekend when you play first. When they play first, it's pure sweat season.
You're just begging that like the other team drops points, innit?
Yeah, you know what's actually mad now? We're at that stage of the season when you look at like the Premier League fixtures where you don't have to scroll down on Google to get to the end of the season. It's like right there. Yeah. It's so weird to see.
No, it is true. It is true. So
yeah, Watford this weekend, I'm pretty confident about that. As everyone really should be confident about beating Watford at the weekend. That's no disrespect to Watford, and do you know what I mean? At this stage of the season, any upsets can happen, but if you want to be winning the title, you need to be going beating Watford.
I think as well, bro. I think for Watford, we pretty much relegate them this weekend. I mean, to be fair, they have got some winnable games coming up. After City, they play Burnley, which is a massive game. They play Crystal Palace, which they can win. They play They play Everton, which they can win. They play Leicester, which they can win, and then they play Chelsea at the last day of the season at Stamford Bridge. You've lost 3 games on the trot. Like
the thing for me is they've played one more game than Burnley. If Burnley win tonight, then I think, and then we beat them as well, then Burnley win. I think that's them done then.
Yeah, you're probably right. I do think though, any hope, if they're going to do some like miraculous recovery, like one of the great escapes, they have to beat us at the weekend.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. I think they're already down, and I think, like you say, if Burnley get some sort of result today against Southampton, even if it's just a point, it's highly it's unlikely anyway that Watford are going to stay up. But I think if Burnley get a result today, we beat them at the weekend, that is Watford confirmed down. So for Everton, obviously. You was just saying before we come on air, bro. I don't know if you wanna repeat it about the fact that Burnley playing twice.
Oh yeah, Burnley played twice before. Was it Burnley? No, Everton. Oh no, it is Burnley. It's Burnley. Yeah. Burnley played twice before Everton next play a game of football, which means there's massive pressure on Everton then to beat Liverpool at the weekend.
Yeah.
Because if Burnley win both of them games, it'll put them on 31 points, so they'll be 2 points clear of Everton. Obviously, Everton will have then 2 games in hand, but it's the pressure then on Everton to actually win them games and get himself out of the relegation scrap. Like, even just looking at the table, knowing that you are in the bottom 3, even though you have game in hands, is still disgusting. Because like
Burnley have found out all season. Because if you think about it, Burnley, like a couple of months ago, they were like 3 or 4 points behind, but they had like 4 games in hand. And this, it always comes back to this, guys. Having the points on the board is always better than having games in hand. Now, obviously, there'll be some situations where people will point out, well, no, that's not true, that's not true. But at the end of the day, you've not got the points in the bag until you've got the points in the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like fuck up.
Bro, I feel like Burnley all season, like you're saying then, I feel like they just banked on that 5 games in hand. Oh, it doesn't matter, we've got 5 games in hand. Doesn't matter, we've got 5 games in hand. And suddenly you're at a point there where you don't have any games in hand anymore, and you're looking dusted.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, you know, that's massive because, you know, Burnley have got winnable games. They've got Southampton at home tonight, and then they're playing Wolves on Sunday before the Merseyside derby. Now, you know, it's still a tricky task. Southampton are a good side, as we've found out, to our detriment this season. But, you know, Southampton are probably on the beaches now anyway. Burnley are fighting for their lives. Well, are they fighting for their lives? I think you'll find out in the next 2 games if they are fighting for their lives. And if Burnley can look at their games coming up, bro, to the end of the season, they've got Southampton, Wolves, Watford, Aston Villa, Tottenham, Villa again, Newcastle. They, you know, look at them fixtures. They've got good fixtures, and I compare that to Everton's, which are trash.
This is why but I just don't get why they sacked Sean Dyche.
Nah, but this is the thing about Burnley. We can talk about the games in hand that they had. We can talk about these fixtures, but at some point they're gonna have to start taking these points. You know what I mean? And they're not doing that at the moment. So tonight's a massive game. If Burnley win tonight, that's good for us because that'll then put massive pressure on Everton. Especially if Burnley were then to go and pick up a point or 3 against Wolves on Sunday just before the Merseyside derby. So look, at the end of the day, for this match day, City are playing Watford, who are second bottom and are pretty much down already. There might be a little bit of fight there, but it's unlikely. And Liverpool are in a Merseyside derby, and you know, no matter how bad Everton are defensively, it's still a Merseyside derby. I expect Everton to fight for everything on Sunday. Now, I still think they'll get beat, but I do expect them to fight. I think they'll get
beat. And people might look at it as well as like, oh, because let me just double check. Is it at Liverpool or is that Everton? It's at Liverpool. Yeah. So Everton's away record is better than the home record this season. Well, it's under Frank Lampard.
No, under Frank Lampard, it's the opposite way round, bro.
Oh, no, it's the opposite way.
They've been
it's the opposite way. It's the opposite way. I'm thinking about when they beat United, I was like, oh, yeah, it's that way round, but nah, it's not. I remember now, it's the other way, innit?
It's terrible,
It's the home record is decent. It's the away record that's fucking them over, innit?
Yeah. But at the end of the day, right, this is it for Everton. You know what I mean? This is a massive game. They didn't need any more encouragement. You could be getting relegated, and you're playing against your nearest rivals, who, if you lose, you will help them push for the Premier League. They don't need any more encouragement than what they've already got. So, look, I expect Liverpool to win.
I expect Liverpool to win, but at least Everton will put. I feel like Everton might put on more than a fight than what United did.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we've got the easier fixture this weekend. So I'm going to go Man City 1 on the fixtures and Liverpool 0 on the easier fixture weeks. You know what I mean? So if you
that's not saying Liverpool will lose.
No,
that's
I'm not
easier
saying
fixtures.
Who's more likely to drop points this week? It's obviously Liverpool. So. Yeah, we'll have to see. We've got a super chat from Cameron here with a £2 super chat. Yes, Cameron. Thoughts on 10 slag, Jesus, to the rags.
The best appointment they could have made.
Yeah, I think I tweeted about it before, actually. I think that the only way this is going to work is if they have a complete and utter, restructure the whole team. And that means, in my opinion, over 50% of that team need to leave. Now, that's not going to happen in one transfer window. Hence, it's going to take time. So the fans need to be patient. The players need to be patient. The board needs to be patient. And Ten Hag also needs to be patient. And they're not going to be challenging for the Premier League for at least 3 or 4 years minimum. And that's if they do everything right and they give him the time to execute. So it is what it is. They've never played possession football really before, have they? You know what I mean? So they tried it under Van Gaal. Look how that went.
Yeah, I think the players that are currently there are going to be in for a shock because they're going to have to actually put some effort in. I think you will see a return for Donny Van der Beek though, because obviously, you know what I mean, with Ten Hag and that he rates him and that. You might see Van der Beek get some decent game time there nowadays, but Do you know what I mean? I don't think they'll be up there at the top for at least over like 2-3 years, like you're saying it. Because it's an embedding period, isn't it? Of the manager, you got to get new players in. Apparently, he's going to get 200 mil to spend in this summer, but you know what I mean? There's still loads of players to ship out of the club. I mean, then you got to bank on the new players doing bits.
And of course, bro, if they're not going to be in the Champions League, what type of players are you signing? You know what I mean? Are you signing Champions League players? Players want to play in the Champions League these days. You know what I mean? So what's happening here?
I actually seen Goldberg saying about this. He was saying that the issue that they've got is they might not even finish in the conference. They might not finish. You know what I mean?
They probably don't want to finish in the conference.
But then, you know what I mean? You're offering anyone that you're trying to sign. You're offering a project with currently no European football. So that they like United fans kind of want Declan Rice. If West Ham win the Europa League,
Champions League,
they get Champions League football. You think Declan Rice going to go? Oh no, I've stayed a bit West Ham with Champions League football. I'm going to go to United instead.
Yeah. United probably want to finish in the Europa League. You know what I mean? Because then they can go for the
Europa League.
I know there's a lot of football matches in the Europa League, but
it's a way into the Champions League. Like West Ham, innit?
They're probably more likely next season to get into the Champions League via winning the Europa League than getting top four, in my opinion. So, that's what I'm looking for.
Why are you talking about United? We got a super chat about Ten Hag.
Someone asked us, bro. That's why. Neil Sinner come in with a $2 super chat. Scared about Walker's injury? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, definitely. It's not looking good. Lewis sent the whole Twitter into meltdown with the Blue Moon Forum thing. Even footy accumulators got on it, didn't they? I was like, I was sat there. I was like, what? So obviously Walker. If that news is true, then it's not great news, is it? We're in a bad position.
No, exactly. We'll probably find out tomorrow in the press conference.
Yeah.
So, cross everything Blues, you know what I mean? We got to make sure he's all right. Right, let's have a look at the match day 2 then. You could argue, and that City have got the difficult fixture here now. City are going to be playing. This is after the Champions League now, then, guys. So I might just add City play Real Madrid at home on the 26th of April. On the 30th of April, we go to Leeds United away. And we play there at 5:30. Now, for Liverpool, they play Villarreal on the 27th of April, and they play Newcastle away on the same day, but they play earlier. They play at 12:30.
So it's their turn to get in front.
Yeah, so there's two things here. They've got the advantage of playing earlier and trying to put that pressure back on City, but they're playing at the early kickoff after a Champions League, which is never really great. And Jurgen Klopp has actually been moaning about this and asking for the game to be moved later on, because he knows at 12:30 after a Champions League game, it's a bit of a red flag situation. So, thoughts on this one, bro?
Leeds is a difficult place to go away, but I do think that we'll get the job done. Leeds haven't been great this season because they keep trying to play out from the back. From what I've seen under Bielsa, anyway, I've not seen them under the new manager too much.
Well, they've been pretty good actually under the new manager, bro. 3 wins in 5, 1 draw, 1 loss.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I do think we'll come away from Leeds with the points, but I don't expect it to be just like a walk in the park. It's Leeds away, but with Leeds away, it's usually kind of like an end-to-end game kind of thing. There will be chances in that game, which is what we need. And then Newcastle away for Liverpool. That's not an easy game. That is not an easy game. Like, Newcastle are doing bits at the moment.
3 wins on the bounce at the moment.
See, that's sick. Yeah. That's sick. I'm just looking at Leeds. Leeds are kind of like they're near the bottom, innit? They're near the bottom, but I don't think they're not in the relegation fight. I think because as long as they do better than Everton.
Yeah, it's one of them where they'll still be saying to themselves within the dressing room and within the club, we're still in this relegation fight.
Yeah, you can't. We can't sleep on this because
we need to keep hamming it, and especially if I add this to the situation, they play Crystal Palace away on Monday, which is not easy. Monday night football against Crystal Palace, hard. They then play City, they then play Arsenal, they then play Chelsea. So they'll very, very much be focused on we still need to get the points. We still need to get the points. Ideally, we kind of need Leeds to get a win against Crystal Palace away. It'll be difficult because you know what Palace are like, but if they can get the win there, that'll take them to 36 points. And I just think then that'll be 11 points ahead of Burnley, where Burnley are currently now. I know Burnley playing twice before them, but I think that if they can get that win against Palace on Monday night, I think they will then believe that it's highly unlikely that they'll still get they'll get relegated. I still think they'll fight, but I just they'll just be they'll just be far away. I just don't think they'll be dragged into it at that point.
Well, it's interesting. Go back to what you said, like whether Liverpool have the easier fixture here. Someone just mentioned in the chat then, I just double checked, and Newcastle are unbeaten in 6 home games. 6 home games, they've not been beaten on the bounce, that's big.
He's doing bits.
That's big.
Yeah. He's doing bits.
But at the same time, I do think, obviously, we've still got to play Newcastle at some point as well.
Yeah, we play them at home, though. And we usually pan them at home. We've got a good record against Newcastle at home. And we've got an excellent record against Eddie Howe, because he doesn't just sit there.
Oh, yeah. Hasn't he never beaten Pep?
I don't think he's ever got a point against Pep. You know what I mean? We played him, since basically 2015, and we normally smash him. So, yeah, it's an interesting one, that one, bro. So which one would you say is a harder game then? Because we're both playing away from home. Newcastle have got an excellent home record, as you just pointed out.
They've got the Cruel there says that Newcastle are the second most points in 2022 after Liverpool. I didn't know that.
That's wild.
That's a wild thing. That's true. That's wild.
But we're playing Leeds.
But we're playing Leeds,
which fighting
is
to stay in the league.
Leeds away is disgusting. Although someone in the chat before said that this season we've got the best away record. It's weird.
I'm gonna put it to a vote because I think it's
close, this one, because you could say both games are difficult.
Yeah.
Both games are difficult.
I'm gonna put this to a poll and see what the chat think, because basically what I want to do is I want to get to the point where at the end of the stream we can say, right, City have this many games where we're playing the easier team, and Liverpool have this many games where they're playing the easier team, and we can sort of assess who's more likely to drop.
Yeah.
So we kind of need an answer. So I've just put it in the poll, guys. It's in the chat section now. So cast your vote. Which do you think is the harder game? Leeds United away, where they still might be fighting to stay in the league, so they'll be giving it 100%, or Newcastle, who are probably on the beaches because they're sitting in 10th, but they've got an excellent home record. And you never know, sometimes teams just don't go to the beach, innit? So, let us know what you think. Cast your vote there in the chat.
I mean, it seems it's very one-sided, isn't it? And Newcastle away seems to be the front runner there. And yeah, apparently it is true. We have the best away record this season.
Yeah, that's mad. Right, well, I mean, it's clear what the winner is there. Newcastle's on 71% and Leeds is on 29%. So we'll give City another point there. So basically what the current situation we're in now is what we're saying is the next 2 weeks of fixtures, City have the
easier fixtures.
Is effectively
what which doesn't mean easy fixtures. It means they're easier than what Liverpool have got.
Absolutely. Guys, there's over 500 people in the stream now. Hope you're all doing all right. Please drop a like on the stream if you've not done so already, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're within 800 subscribers now of 50,000, man. So it's an absolute madness. We'll be doing a 50k party. Maybe we can do a giveaway as well, bro, at 50k now.
Yeah, we'll do it. That's a good idea, that. A 50k giveaway. We don't know what. We don't know what. I mean, someone just tell us
we'll come up with some sick idea. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel and help us get to 50k. Right, bro. And at that point, there'd be 4 games to go.
Where you see one of these?
Madness. Right, okay, so Leeds. So we beat Leeds. Hopefully we beat Leeds, yeah, on that Saturday. Buzzing. Everyone's buzzing. 4 games to go. We then go to Madrid. We go to Madrid and play Real Madrid on that Wednesday. Not going to speak about that because we're going to focus on the Premier League today. And Liverpool go away as well, which is nice that they're going away from home. And they're playing Villarreal away from home on the Tuesday. This is where it gets interesting then, because Liverpool, right? Liverpool play before us. They play on the 7th of May, but they're playing Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham Hotspur currently, if you didn't know, in a massive top 4 battle. Arsenal.
Is that a Saturday night game?
It doesn't say because we're so far ahead.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night. Saturday night, quarter to 8. We play Sunday at R4.
Yeah, so they play on Saturday night, Tottenham at Anfield. Liverpool pushing for the league. They've just come back from Spain. And Tottenham, who will be fully fresh because obviously they're not in any European competition, they'll be going to Anfield, potentially really needing a result to sort of bolster their top 4 hopes. Now, Arsenal got a massive win last night against Chelsea. That really does keep that pressure on Tottenham Hotspur for that top 4 spot. So really, really tough game you'd hope from Liverpool, but it is Spurs and sometimes they just bottle it. City, as John just said, we play on the Sunday, so we'll have the pressure back on ourselves if Liverpool win. Of course, if Tottenham get a result, we could be playing Newcastle at home on that Sunday, knowing that a victory would basically seal the league, because then we'd get a 4-point gap if it was a draw, if they'd lost, or a 3-point gap if they drew. So that would be an absolutely massive weekend. Now, of course, Liverpool clearly have the harder fixture there. Clearly.
Oh, without a doubt, Liverpool have the harder fixture. I mean, Newcastle at home like I say, our backers at home, like it should do any team really. And I know Liverpool will back themselves at home, especially against Tottenham. But at the same time, Kane seems to be doing bits at the moment. Son's there, do you know what I mean? And like I say, that push for the top 4, that Champions League, bro, that's what they need, innit? Mm-hmm. That's what they need. Obviously, you know what I mean? I kind of expect Liverpool to win, kind of like I expect Liverpool to win every single game towards the end of the season. However, if you're looking at pretty much solely comparing our 2 fixtures there, bro, Liverpool have the harder game. Liverpool, 100%, without a doubt, have the harder fixture against Tottenham than we play Newcastle.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, Liverpool play away from home at Villarreal on that Tuesday, the 3rd of May, and then 3 days rest. But obviously they're flying back on the Wednesday, so it'll only be really 2 days sort of rest because you got to fly back and that. Whereas Tottenham, they would presumably, because they're not in any European competition,
they're chill.
Come into that game after a week off. You know what I mean? What we really, really need is in that first game, Liverpool versus Villarreal, we need Villarreal to not crumble. We need Villarreal to be within like a 0-0 or 1-0 loss. Like, we need Villarreal to get out of Anfield alive, because then if they can, then Liverpool will have to play their strongest 11 in Villarreal. You know, what we don't want a situation is when Liverpool went to Benfica in the second leg and just rested the whole team.
Yeah, they were absolutely chill.
I think their second leg was actually at Anfield. But yeah, the point remains. What we don't want is Liverpool in that second leg to be able to rest their full team, so then when they play Tottenham, they're also fresh. We need like the likes of Salah, Mane, Fabinho, Van Dijk, Trent, Robertson. We need them all to be playing in that second leg against Villarreal.
Yeah,
that's all we need.
So if you pointed that's definitely a point.
Yeah,
that's definitely.
I mean, the thing is with Newcastle, they're a good side.
It will be a difficult game. No, don't get me wrong, innit? Newcastle will be a difficult game without a doubt.
Yeah.
But based off comparing these 2 fixtures, I think Liverpool have the harder fixture in Tottenham.
Yeah.
Someone put in the chat saying that Conte's never lost at Anfield, but I don't know what that situation is.
Well, that's a madness if true. Yes, Matt Hadev coming in with the 2. I need that Pep behind you. You want our Pep. You know what I mean?
Version.
You can get a version of that Pep online.
Yeah,
but
you can.
You can't have our Pep, bro. You know what I mean? That's ours. You know what I mean? Go buy your own. But that's all for the 2, bro.
And also, bro, when you come into this game, if Liverpool were to drop points in that game and we beat Newcastle, that puts us 4 points clear with 3 games to go.
Yeah.
If we beat Newcastle, they lose against Tottenham. We'd be 4 points clear.
4 points. If they lost, it would be 4 points. If they drew, we'd be 3 points.
So 4 points clear with 3 games to go.
And that's where the goal difference may come into consideration, because if they draw against Spurs and we beat Newcastle, we then have 1 loss in the bank, and we're then playing West Ham, Wolves and Villa. So that means we can lose one of them games, but we can only lose if we've got a substantially better goal difference. So that's where games like, to be honest, games like Watford, games like probably Newcastle, because I think you know, we're more likely to batter Newcastle than we are Leeds, and the only reason I say that is because look at our record against Eddie Howe. Look at how they will play football against us. I think Leeds, whilst they normally are passing out from the back team, they'll probably sit back and just try and get a point out of the game, because if they do, that'll be mint for them. Newcastle will probably try and clash. You know what I mean? So
I like that.
Games like Watford, games like Newcastle, huge games. We really need to sort of be getting our goal difference up a little bit. But that's only if you think that we could lose a game against Wolves, West Ham or Villa. Ideally, we need to be having the mentality of we can't lose a single game, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. James White would want to say that Eddie Howe sees Pep in his nightmares.
Well, he's got a terrible record, man. He has got a terrible record, James. Look at his record. I don't think he's ever got a point out of him. And if you think some of the games at the Etihad, they normally did a little bit better at what's that stadium called? Is it no, it's not Vicarage Road, is it?
Who are you talking about?
Bournemouth. What was that?
Bournemouth Stadium.
Ooh, trivia.
Oh my God! What
Vitality Stadium. Boom.
Yes, there you go.
They normally did quite better there, but at the Etihad, we always used to thump them 4-5, 6-7-0, whatever it was. Raheem Sterling got hat tricks for days against that team. So yeah, look, we'll have to see how it plays out against Newcastle. But for anyone who is thinking still all goal difference, we're looking at Watford, and I think we're looking at Newcastle too.
Yeah, they're two to really pile on The pressure, I think there'll be open games as well. Yes, Godly with the 2 super chats, both 17.99. Yes, I appreciate that, mate.
Oh shit!
That
I
is
didn't realise there
big.
was 2. That's a madness.
I thought I was seeing something. I thought YouTube had broke, innit? But nah, there's 2, innit? When we win the Premier League title, people need to honestly start giving Guardiola his flowers. People talk about Klopp as he's so much better than Pep, yet he's been in the league longer and won less.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? 10 trophies for Pep and 3 for Klopp.
If you disregard the Super Cup and the Club World Cup,
which people would do with us,
then he's won 3 trophies, which is a Premier League, a Champions League, and a Carabao Cup. Which, as much as people think he's mint, that's a terrible record, in my opinion. And that's not me trying to murk the guy. I
think he's a great manager, but
I think he's a cracking manager. But that isn't good enough, in my opinion. That's not good enough for a manager like him. Compare all the trophies that we've won. All them Premier Leagues, all them Carabao Cups, you know what I mean? A couple of FA Cups there as well. I just think that I think he's under. I know everyone's like, oh, he's overperformed with the budget that he's had, which I agree with, but he's underperformed with the team that he's had. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he's overperformed with the budget that he's had. I accept that. Yes, he has. But then with the team that he has, he's underperformed. You can't just keep going, oh yeah, well, he's not winning trophies because he's not spent money. Look at their first 11 that they've got. It's one of the best in the world.
Do you know what it is, though?
Some people are saying it is the best in the world.
Do you know what it is? It's the... Oh, wait, yeah. Someone actually said, read the second super chat. Yeah, there's also this myth that Guardiola spends so much more than Klopp, but the net spend of both managers since being in the league is around 198 million. Klopp spends a lot of money. People need to stop with that narrative. That is the narrative, but that's also their excuse as to why he doesn't win trophies, because he doesn't spend as much as Pep. Do you know what I mean? That always seems to be a thing like, oh, but Klopp doesn't have that much to spend. That's why he's not won the same amount as Pep. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is a little bit of bullshit.
Well, no, there is... That's not just a little bit. It's complete and utter bullshit. And if you think about it, you can easily prove it, right? Because before they won anything, the season before they won anything, what did they need? They needed a centre back, and what did they do? Go out in January, I think, and spend 80 million or whatever
80 million on
Virgil
Van Dijk,
who was one of the best centre backs in the league. Now they'll say, oh no, he wasn't one of the best centre backs in the league. Yes, he was. He was absolutely quality, and you wouldn't be spending 70 odd million pound on a centre back if he wasn't one of the best in the league. He was class. We all wanted him. City wanted him. Everyone wanted him. So yeah, you did that. Oh, what else did you do? You needed a new goalkeeper. Go and get some guy from League 2 or Championship. No, you went and spent 50 million or whatever it was on Alisson.
No, was it not another 70 million?
It was a lot of money.
I think it was another
70 million on Alisson. So let's not pretend that, like, you know what I mean. You've done some good deals. Don't get me wrong. Like the likes of Robertsons and the Trent coming up from the academy.
Diaz is sick.
Yeah, but 60 million
for Diaz. I thought it was 40.
No, it was like 60 odd mil, bro. Big cash. Inflate all figures by 10%. The fact is, look, like I say, he's done well. He has done well. I'm not trying to murk the guy, but there's this narrative going around.
Yeah, 50 mil for Naby Keita.
50 mil for that. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's this narrative going around that, he spends nothing. He doesn't. He spends a lot of money. And, at the end of the day, who cares? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're going to be judged on the trophies. The guy's won 3 trophies. Because
at the end of the day, we're not sat here judging them for spending, because we spend as well. We're not judging you for spending, but we're basically debunking the fact that he does spend money, just like we spend money, just like Chelsea spend money.
Yeah.
Everyone spends money nowadays in the Prem, and that's what happens. That's the way football is. You judge the manager and the success of the manager based on what they've won at the time, not how much they improved the team from A to B. Yeah. No, it's on what they've won during that period. And if Klopp was to leave today and Pep was to leave today, you're looking at Pep and going, this guy won 10 trophies. Klopp wins 3. Do you know what I mean? It's
all that Pep needs to do is win the Champions League, and then
Pep wins the Champions League, and then this argument is just null.
It's dead. Good super chats though, Godly. Thanks a lot, bro.
I appreciate it, Godly. Innit?
We've also got Lou with the 5. Yes, Lou. Rewatching the second half of the Brighton game. Okay, so I've lost it. Diaz is so clutch to how we play out at the back, so calm, can unlock back lines with long passes, create spaces. It's interesting you say that, because you wouldn't
he's not the better ball player, is he?
You wouldn't necessarily think that would be the case, because Laporte and John Stones are by far the better players on the ball, and what Diaz's strength is his leadership. He's by far the best leader out of all our centre backs. He's the best defender. Just talking about out and out defending, you know what I mean? He's definitely the best defender, and he probably falls in between sort of John Stones, Laporte, and Ake in terms of ball. He's probably on line with Ake. People will debate who's better out of them. So no, but obviously he come on and he even though he's not the best on the ball out of John Stones and Laporte, he somehow just motivates everyone and just creates this sort of we're gonna do it, you know what I mean, and pushes the team forward. Now, how he does that, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's not like a footballing thing. That's more of like an up here. I think
mentality. It's the presence of Diaz. Yeah. The players know when it calms them. It's the same effect that Vincent Kompany had on the team. When Vincent Kompany was in the side, there was almost like an air of calmness surrounding our defence because it was just like him being there. Kind of everyone was like, "Yeah, we're gonna smash it," kind of thing. Him not there, you kind of like you have your doubts in that. But do you know what I mean, that's I think Diaz brings that same vibes to our squad, which is why sooner or later he will be our full-time captain, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, you are right. He did change the game. How? I'm not exactly sure.
So it's not a football term. It's more it's a mental thing.
Your comment is factual though. Hamza coming in with the 2. Yes. Their Coutinho money hasn't run out apparently. Yeah. That's just still going, isn't it? It's still going. They're still receiving payments every day. It's a madness. Yes, Joseph Hurley there with a 179. Yes, City and Liverpool combined 11. I hate those, bro. I hate them. In fact, if you really want one, go. I did a video for Sporf, and I had to agree one with a Liverpool fan, which was pain. Yeah,
I watched that, and there's a lot of disagreements.
There's a lot of disagreements in the starting 11, bro. But yeah, I mean the starting 11's are naughty. And AB07 coming with a 179. Boys, for the 50k, can we get some extra merch? Oh. We'll have to look at launching some stuff in it.
We do need to launch some new merch. We do have merch in it, but we need to actually launch some new lines of merch.
50k will bang, bro. You know what I mean. So stay tuned. It'll be very soon. You know what I mean. Make sure you subscribe. Right. Okay. Now we've had that little bit of a pause. There's 3 games to go now to the end of the season in our virtual world of nothingness. City have a rearranged game against Wolves away from home. We believe that'll be played in between West Ham and Aston Villa. So our final 3-game running will be West Ham away, Wolves away, Villa at home. That's how it's sort of planned out. Liverpool's running is, let's have a look. What is it? It's Villa away, and then it's, what is it then? Oh yeah, then it's.
Wait, that's weird. Southampton.
Yeah. So now theirs is Villa away, Southampton away, Wolves at home.
Yeah.
And it's going to be difficult for them because they've also got the FA Cup on the 14th of May. So they're going to have like a much more compact situation than us.
Throw an extra game in there. I don't get why Google throwing that United Liverpool friendly in there. You know what I mean? What are you doing? We're trying to look at Premier League fixtures here.
Yeah, because they are having a friendly, aren't they?
Having a friendly on the 12th of July.
Basically, if you go on Google and look at the fixtures for Liverpool, there's a random match against United on the 12th of July, which is happening. It is factual, but when you're trying to work out who's playing where and when the Premier League games are all there, it gets very confusing. So
it can throw you off easily. Like, they're playing United.
Yeah,
what?
Like,
with all these postponed games because of COVID. Generally, first time I thought, I was like, oh, they mustn't have played United twice. But then obviously they have done.
Right. Okay. So
our first one is West Ham, isn't it?
Yeah, our first game then is West Ham away. So that is on the 15th of May. 4:30, so I assume that's a Sunday. Let me get my calendar up. 15th of May, 4:30, that is correct. So we play West Ham away. Now, the interesting thing about this, guys, and I've told you this before on the stream, is if West Ham get to the Europa League final, they will be playing, for some reason, that Europa League final is scheduled for 3 days after that match. The Europa League final is before the Premier League end of the season. So we need to make sure that we are supporting West Ham in that the Europa League, bro.
It's big 4D chess moves because if West Ham get to that final, they ain't gonna want to risk any injuries against City.
No,
they ain't gonna want to risk anything in that City game because 3 days later they're going to a final which could see them go into the Champions League.
Yeah.
They win that final, they go to the Champions League. They're going to want to give themselves the best chance ever. I think they 100% will rest players in that game.
Oh, yeah,
I would.
100%.
3 days before, David Moyes ain't going to sit there and go, oh, I know, we'll go full strength against City just to warm us up against whoever's in the final. Nah, that ain't it. David Moyes is going to go, right, I'm going to rest our key players in this game because we've got a Europa League final in 3 days.
Yeah, you know what it is as well, bro, right? That game is on the 18th of May, the Europa League final. They play us. It's a late kickoff as well. I guess we can call it late because it's 4:30 on the 15th, right? And the final, where is it? I think it's in Spain. Yeah, it's in Seville, right? So if you think about it, they're going to play us on the Sunday, right? This is how it's kind of stupid, and I feel a little bit sorry for West Ham because they have been roasted, but at the same time it benefits my club, so I don't really care. They play us on the Sunday at 4:30. Their next game in the Europa League final, providing they get there, is on Wednesday night. So when they'd have to basically, would they fly out after the City game, or would they fly out on the Monday? You know what I mean? When do you fly out?
So when the game's on the Wednesday.
The Europa League finals on the 18th, which is the Wednesday. The players on the 15th, which is the Sunday at 4:30. So they're not going to finish their media duties until like 7:30.
They'll fly out Monday morning. They'll fly out Monday morning. What's Spain? 2-hour flight. Fly out Monday morning. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Get themselves settled there. Do you know what I mean? On Tuesday they'll have they'll train somewhere over there, and then Wednesday you've got the final.
They're kind of being shagged there, innit? You know what I mean?
I don't understand why they don't play that game after the season ends. Like, why don't they have like the Champions League on like a Champions League final Sunday and the Europa League final Saturday, or the other way around? Europa League final Saturday night, Champions League final Saturday night, and then Europa League final the next day.
It is dumb. But yeah, essentially, guys, West Ham are playing Eintracht Frankfurt in the semi-final.
Big, by the way. Big.
Yeah, we need to make sure we're supporting West Ham, because if they get to the final, one would assume that they will just lie down for City on that game on that Sunday.
Doesn't mean it'll be easy game at all, but it gives us a better, like a much bigger chance.
There's absolutely not a chance in hell you're playing the likes of Antonio, the likes of that Suchek, the likes of Declan Rice, and whatever goats they've got in that team. You're not going to be playing them players. It's not possible. There's no way that you can play them players in that game. And then, what about if Declan Rice got injured? Everyone would be like, in a nothing game, you've just played Declan Rice who just got injured. Jared Bowen, there you go, another one, GOAT player. He's actually sick. It's like, it's just not going to happen, man, innit? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, there's no way, bro. There's no way they played that. Like Bowen, innit? Yeah, Jared Bowen, yeah. There's no way they played that. These players, bro.
We need them. You know what we'll have to do? We'll have to tier 3 live stream that Europa League West Ham versus Frankfurt.
When is that game, bro?
It's actually mad important. I guess it'll be next week, bro. Thursday next week, Wednesday. It'll be Thursday next week.
It's next Thursday, 28th. Yeah.
There we go. Right, guys. If you're a tier 3 member, next Thursday we're doing a tier 3 live stream of that West Ham Frankfurt game, and we'll do the one after as well.
Yeah, 5th of May.
Providing they don't get hammered like 5 in the first game.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you join Extra Club tier 3.
That's gonna be a wild stream. That.
You know what I mean?
Full West Ham fans, get your West Ham kits out, boys.
Yeah. Right. Okay. The Liverpool. Now this is where it gets a bit strange, right? Because no, it's not strange at all. So, bro, I don't get this, man. This is where it gets confusing, because Liverpool, they play 2 days after we do. Right, so we could put big pressure on them. So basically, this is where it gets a bit weird, yeah? And you got to bear with us, because the fixtures basically are fucked. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we play Newcastle on the 8th of May on the Sunday.
Yeah.
That's after Liverpool have just played Tottenham the day after.
Yeah. But then Tottenham play 3 days after... They played 2 days after us, after we played Newcastle.
Yeah.
Against Villa.
So
which will put them
they'll
one
have that
game
in
hand.
But they'll have the pressure of Villa away from home.
The
thing is, will Gerrard lie down?
Gerrard lie down, innit?
Does Gerrard lie down or what?
Does Gerrard just roll over for that?
Gerrard.
What I'm saying, innit? Gerrard is going to be like...
They hate Grealish. Gerrard's a Liverpool fan. They're lying down hard, innit?
They're lying down hard there.
They're going to lie down there.
Yeah, Flintoff. I think Flintoff's a Liverpool fan. Yeah, he is. Don't worry, Gerrard will roll over. Gerrard will open his legs wide.
Coutinho will be injured for that game as well. You watch, man. I guarantee he picks up some sort of hamstring injury.
Yeah, Gerrard slips. Yeah, Gerrard lets it... Yeah, that's exactly... Do you know what I mean? That's what's going to happen in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Liverpool beat Villa on the 10th of May. So then that puts them in the pressure seat, providing that they've still won every game and we've still won every game.
Yeah, so what are you saying then, bro?
So then,
which is the easier game there then? So
West Ham or them playing Villa?
West Ham away or Villa away. But bearing in mind, I would generally say West Ham's the harder game, but if they get to this is where it gets interesting. If West Ham are not in the Europa League final, I'd say West Ham's the harder game. But if they are in the Europa League final, then it's by far the easier game. Even with the Gerrard rolling over. Because they'll play the reserves, bro. You know,
yeah.
Gerrard might roll over, but he's still going to play his strongest team. Whereas Watford will, West Ham will roll over if they're in the champ. If they're in the Europa League final.
I do think Liverpool will rest in that game though. They've got a FA Cup final 4 days later.
Yeah, and they just played Tottenham 3 days earlier.
Yeah. So Liverpool will rest in that game a little bit, but obviously, I mean, they do have a good squad depth, Liverpool.
So what we're saying then, because are we saying that...
I'm going to say Villa. I think we should go with the fact that Villa, we'll give them one, innit? I mean, we have to give them something. Villa is the easier fixture. Villa away is the easier fixture than West Ham away. If you're taking everything out of consideration, I mean, if you take hypotheticals out of it, which obviously by the time it gets to that won't be hypothetical, but we can basically, there's a formula behind this. If West Ham get to Europa League final,
point reducted.
It's a point to City.
Yeah.
If West Ham get knocked out, point to Liverpool.
I can back that. I can agree with that. So we'll do that then. We'll say Liverpool get the point, but if West Ham get to the Europa League final, that point then goes to City because what we'd expect is David Moyes to basically play his academy. Yeah? We agree with that? Yeah. Everyone happy with that? Buzzing. 2 games to go, Bray.
2 games to go.
And it's more confusing because Liverpool there are getting absolutely shafted. So let me just give you an idea if they're running. They play Tottenham on the 7th of May. They play Villa on the 10th of May.
3 days later, yeah.
Yeah, they play Chelsea in the FA Cup final on the 14th of May.
Then they're going to have to play on the 17th or 18th, aren't they?
Yeah, and then they play on the 17th or 18th of May against Southampton away. So that's their next Premier League fixture. So it's going to be 3 or 4 days after the FA Cup.
It'll be the 18th, bro, which is a Saturday. Is that right?
No, that's not right, bro.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm in June.
You're in the wrong month.
I'm in June, innit? No. It's Sunday, 17th.
No, bro, it's a Tuesday, isn't it?
Oh, wait, I just skipped another month.
May,
bro,
May.
Yeah. I went from April to June, then back to May.
Yeah, so they'll be playing... they play Chelsea on the 14th, which is a Saturday, and then they'll be playing Southampton away on the 17th or 18th. City will be playing Wolves away on the same date. I think they've got the easier fixture there, innit?
Yeah.
You'd rather play. But then again, Southampton have been pretty sick, you know.
Yeah, but they got dusted at thingy, didn't they? Chelsea absolutely roasted them. I think they might be on the beach.
Yeah, and they're actually on the beaches as well, innit? Southampton, they have a beach. So, yeah, that's probably true, that. I think we have to give them... That's like a non-disputable game. Like, we can dispute the Villa-West Ham one because... You know, we can argue that...
Yeah, we can argue that West Ham have something, but I think it's beach mode for Southampton, isn't it?
I think it's beach mode. So, I don't think no one disagrees with that, innit? You know what I mean? The Saints... Southampton are sick, and they smashed us. Well, they didn't smash us, but they did well against us.
They did well against us, but, yeah, they're going to...
You'd rather play Southampton than Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves away is going to be difficult. That's going to be a disgusting game. That's going to be a difficult game for City. That's one of the ones that I'm looking at as well. Like one of the major ones I'm looking at and going, yeah, we could genuinely drop points there. People are saying Wolves on the beach though. Busted Wolves on the beach. And they might well and truly be on the beach at that point. But, do you know what I mean? Who is it? Connor Cody, bro.
Yeah.
Connor Cody, big Liverpool fan. He's going to absolutely get his team up for it.
To be fair, you say they'll be on the beaches, right? But if United carry on the way that they're going... And West Ham carry on the way they're going because they've not been in the best form and they just focus on the Europa League. There's an outside chance that Wolves could get 7th, maybe at a push even 6th if United's form continues. So it kind of just depends. And the fact is, I feel like Wolves, man. I remember when we relegated them a few years ago, and I just feel like they don't
still hurts.
Yeah, I still think it hurts, man. So anyway, we give the point to Liverpool there. I think that's a fair point. I don't think anyone disagrees. That.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, Connor Cody, fact is, as Nax said there, man, it's a madness, isn't it, bro?
Last game of the
season. It's the final game of the season. Manchester City will be playing Aston Villa at home, and Liverpool will be playing Wolves at home, who we've just played. So this is an interesting one, bro, because on one hand, you've got the Gerrard effect, you've got the Coutinho effect, but you probably got the easier team. And I don't see Steven Gerrard setting up his team just to defend. I think they'll try and play, which generally
they'll want to beat us. They'll want to beat us.
Whereas Liverpool are playing Wolves, who are very, very good defensively. But they do have Connor Cody, who will probably score an own goal if needs be. So,
right, yeah.
What do you reckon?
If the goal difference is a thing at that point, best believe that Connor Cody will just start tanking the goals into his own net. And obviously, the storyline's there for Villa, isn't it? The storyline is there for Villa. And if we're gonna say, I think the easier fixture is Liverpool again.
Nah, not for me. I disagree with that completely, bro. I think that I know
Liverpool
that,
at home against Wolves. I mean, it is a difficult game, but and I know we can beat Aston Villa, bro. But they have, it's basically written. It's like written, bro. Storylines are everywhere because it's
emotions,
either,
bro. Take the emotion and the story out of it. It's 11 versus 11. We have the better team. We have the better manager. They will try and play football.
Okay.
And we'll tank them.
Okay, I'll hit you there. Yeah.
But if Conor Cody does turn around and smack one into his own net, then I'm coming for him.
Jota against his old club.
Yeah, I just think
Nah. If you put them both, if you say to be both of them, who would you rather play? I'd rather play Aston Villa than Wolves.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Do you know what I mean?
Boom.
So I'd rather play Aston Villa than Wolves.
Yeah,
easy way to do it.
So I'm giving City.
Taking any storylines out of the equation. I'd rather play Aston Villa than Wolves.
Huss, you just missed the Wolves one, bro. We play Wolves on the 17th or 18th of May. It's in between West Ham and Aston Villa. It's the second to last game of the season. It's not officially being rearranged yet, but that is when basically everyone's saying it's going to be played. It's the only time that it can really be played.
Yeah.
Couple of super chats here. James White with a 179. Yes, James. He says Steven Gerrard will go ham against Man City. He will, but will that not help us, bro?
Yeah, more space.
I want him to go ham. I don't want him to set his team up to defend. I want, let's clash.
Plus, last day of the season, bro. Just go and give it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's last day of the season.
Yeah. Plus, this will explain to me how good a manager Steven Gerrard is. What does he get caught up in? Does he get caught up in the emotion of the game and the emotion of Liverpool FC potentially winning this league and try to sort it out by changing his tactics? Or does he just go, I love Liverpool. Liverpool's my club, whatever. But I have to focus on Villa and I have to do what I think's best for my career and what's best for Villa. And what's best for Villa is to play this way, and that's how we're going to play and see what happens. You know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see how they set up. Hamza says storyline for Grealish as well. There you go.
There is a big storyline for Grealish.
If you want to play the story game, well, Hamza's got one and he's gone boom. You know what I mean? Storyline.
There is a big storyline for Grealish. Imagine him lifting the trophy against his old club. It's wild.
Yeah.
Apparently, bro, Burnley are winning 1-0 now, which is
good.
Big.
That's good for us. Because that puts pressure on Everton, who need to perform at the weekend. So we want Burnley to get points. Yeah, so it's a madness. We'll have to see anyway. But that's the Premier League done, bro. So my tally, if I've counted this up correctly, City have 4 games in the same week as Liverpool, which we believe are easier than Liverpool's. Liverpool's have 2. However, if West Ham get to the final of the Europa League, we're taking one of them Liverpool's and we're giving it to City because we basically would then think that West Ham would lie down. So it could be that City, there's only 1 week where we think that we've got the harder game. 1.
That's mad. That is mad.
We take that, don't we? We take that every single day of the week, man.
Flynn off Brown with 179. Yes. I think he's a Liverpool fan. I'm pretty sure he committed for. Wolves will do the business, and he says that we'll batter Villa.
Wait, so you think that we'll get?
Are you about Wolves will do the business against Liverpool, or he's on about? He definitely says we'll batter Villa, but he's on about. I don't know which way he's on about it.
Wolves will do the business.
FY people about the spam and that. Yeah, it is a thing. They just come every so often, but we've got an auto thing that'll automatically get rid of them, just like it is doing now.
Yeah, so just
be patient. They'll be gone in a second.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with our running, to be honest with you. I mean, you're looking at the running, and City by far have the easier running. Liverpool still have to play Spurs. Now, this is the thing with Spurs. We'll all be sat there hoping and praying that Spurs do a madness. They probably won't do a madness, but the fact is, they are there, even if they don't do a madness, they'll give Liverpool a run for the money and then Liverpool play Aston Villa 3 days later. And that in itself could, Spurs might not get a result, but just by taking the energy out of Liverpool, that then have to go to Villa Park and play a midweek game against Aston Villa, that in itself could be quite big for us.
Yeah, especially because they've got the FA Cup in the next one as well 4 days later.
Yeah, and this is where it's really, really going to test Liverpool's squad. Now, of course, we know they do have good squad.
The squad has got good depth.
The fact is, bro, they still play 3 strikers or 3 wingers, whatever, in the sense of Mane, Salah, and Diaz, and obviously they've got Jota and Firmino, but it's basically Firmino's kind of it'd be interesting to see what happens with Firmino because he's not really played an awful lot now. I think he's finding it difficult to get in the side because Jota's come in and absolutely smashed it.
You can't not play Jota. He's sick.
Yeah, you say that, but look at Diaz, Mane, and Salah now. It's kind of difficult. So they have obviously got a better squad, but the fact is they're going to be playing 3 players every 3 days. Can they rotate? Can they do it? Because the reason I say that is because they depend on them three. We don't depend on any three because because we've not got a striker. We need everyone to chip in. Whether
it's more than three, though, isn't it? If you think about it, because it's not just a three.
No. But what I'm saying is they're playing three every 3 days, and it's them. They're demanding that those three win the game, whereas we don't demand on any three players. We're asking for our 2 attacking midfielders, our 2 wingers, and whoever plays a false start. We're basically looking at 5, whereas they've got 3. Now, how many goals does Henderson score? How many goals does Fabinho score? How many goals does Thiago score? Not a lot. It's always Salah, Mane, and the other couple of guys.
I feel like Salah and Mane seem to always be like kind of the given ones for the main games, and then it's the other guys basically however they play in it. Because if they play Diaz, they'll put Mane up top, and if they play Jota, Mane will play left wing in it. That's how they kind of go. So it's gonna be a big period for Salah. Obviously, I know he scored the other day. Whether that's going to get him back into form, he's having a rough time recently.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool fans even admit that he's been having a bad time recently. So it is a massive period, and it's whether them, like you say, them front three players, which ones start for Liverpool and that, if they can basically take their team into this, and if they can withstand the relentless period of games, isn't it?
For me, we've got to get past West Ham. I think we get past West Ham. I think the momentum will carry us through the Wolves game, and then if we get to the last day of the season, we've been there so many times now. I think we'll do the business last day of the season regardless. By the way, Flintoff Brabham, innit, he confirmed that he thinks Wolves will draw against us. I mean, he thinks they'll get a point out of us. He did say that we'll batter Villa, but he thinks that's where it could be won or lost for us. Well,
isn't it?
You're probably right.
You are right there.
The Wolves game will probably be trickier than the West Ham game because. The West Ham game, we've actually got a bit of a break. If you look at the dates, we play Newcastle at home on the 8th of May, and then we don't play West Ham until the 15th of May. But then we'll probably be playing Wolves on the 17th or 18th of May. So there'll be a 1-2 day rest max, and then we'll be going straight into Wolves. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, then Wolves still have to play their game 2 days earlier. So, it swings and roundabouts. It's just a madness because of these rearranged fixtures. It really does put a lot of pressure on that last 2 weeks. You've got to fit in so many games. And you could slip up in any of them.
Yeah,
that's
it's
the situation.
Like I said this yesterday on the stream. I watched that Drink It In, the Sky Sports documentary on City, and there weren't that many games left to go. I think there was like 9 games or 7 games left to go in the 93-20 season, and United were like 9 points clear or whatever it was, and they balls it up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With not long to go, they balls it up, and we did a full switch in it, and we ended up winning the league. There's so much that can still happen in 6 games for both sides. Do you know what I mean? It's disgusting. It is disgusting, and I do think it's a game of whoever drops points. I know that we are in the driving seat. We are in the driving. We need to drop points for Liverpool to win it, but I feel like it's whoever drops points first loses the Prem. I feel like that's how it'll be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I mean. Key dates. Let's look at some key dates, right? Key dates for me is the 7th of May. Liverpool playing Tottenham Hotspur at home. Tottenham Hotspur are going to be gunning for the top 4 race, man. You know what I mean? So that's a key date that I'm looking at there. Then the day after, if they do drop points, we've got to make sure we take control of this race and beat Newcastle the day after on the 8th of May. And then it's effectively... The away days, you're looking at Leeds away, that's going to be tough. West Ham away,
Wolves away,
and Wolves away. You know what I mean? So it's just a bit of a madness, bro.
I think Wolves away could be the biggest one. I think that is
yeah.
Basically, if we get to that point, it's the most difficult time, and it's the most difficult point.
Well, what's annoying is we play West Ham away and then we play Wolves away.
Yeah.
And they're our 2 hardest games, and they're in the final 3 games.
Yeah.
That's why we're desperate for West Ham to get to the final of the Europa League so that they lie down. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a bit of a madness. Got a super chat here from Godley.
Yes.
9. I genuinely see us winning the Premier League and beating Liverpool 3-2 in the Champions League final. Losing that FA Cup with that team tells me that if we play our strongest team against them, then we can beat them. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the positives, actually, from the FA Cup, is that second half, we played pretty decent, scored a couple of goals, and that wasn't even our strongest team, man. So
And we've seen in the first game against Liverpool, do you know what I mean, that we played the other week, where we drew 2-2.
Yeah.
We had chances in that game to win the game.
Yeah.
I mean, so you got to back your team in it. You got to back us. You got to back us. It is a Champions League final, and it is City and Liverpool in the Champions League final. You have to back us, innit?
Yeah.
You have to back us. I just hope by that point, by the time the Champions League final rolls around, that we have won the Premier League. Because, well, it's so tight. It's so tight. I kind of do see this going into like the last game of the season, which is disgusting.
You better hope that you're right, bro, because if that's not the case, Liverpool could be on for the quadruple.
Yeah.
Because if we've not won the Premier League,
if we haven't won the Premier League,
they've won the FA Cup, they've won the Premier League because no one else is winning it, and that means they've already won the domestic treble. If they beat us in the Champions League final, providing we beat Real Madrid, they've won the quadruple.
Which is disgusting.
It's only us that can stop it. You know what I mean? This is actually crazy.
Well, us and Chelsea.
Us and Chelsea, yeah. But the thing is, as well, if they win the Champions League, Premier League, and Carabao Cup, I know it's not the best treble, but they'll still call it the treble, and it'll still hurt United fans. You best believe.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. FA Cup, Carabao, and Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh mate.
It's in our hands. We've got to stop them. You know what I mean? The fact is, City or Liverpool is winning the Premier League. City or Liverpool is winning the Champions League. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I don't see Real Madrid. Even if somehow Real Madrid get past us, which I don't think they will. I think we'll beat Real Madrid. Liverpool will beat Real Madrid in the final. So if we don't beat Real Madrid, Liverpool will beat Real Madrid in the final. And they're beating Villarreal. So it's City or Liverpool.
Help me.
It's a dangerous situation, you know what I mean? But when the likes of, United aren't doing anything, and we're basically now relying on Chelsea in the FA Cup to do us a favour to stop Liverpool from winning the FA Cup. But look at the state of Chelsea. Chelsea are in disarray right now. You see that Aspilicueta stuff last night? Club's falling apart, man. Club's falling apart.
It's up to Kyle Walker's ankles. The season is it basically up to Kyle Walker's ligaments fixing themselves overnight.
Yeah. No, it's a madness. But they're the games anyway. So, yeah, the final scores. Man City have 4 easier fixtures than Liverpool, who have 2. But just a quick reminder that if West Ham do get to the Europa League final, then we would say that City get that point back and it'd be 5-1. So, at the end of the day, it all means nothing.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you've all just wasted an hour of your time, just like we've wasted an hour of our time.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
But you know what I mean? It's a good conversation to have. It's a good chat to have in it about this end of the season.
No, it's good. It's good as well because what we've been able to do as well properly is look at when we play, when they play. We're able to see who's going to be putting pressure on who. But yeah, I'm looking at if Liverpool are going to throw this away, it'll be against Tottenham on the 7th of May.
That's one of the ones that I'm looking at.
Yeah, I'm not really looking at any other teams and having my hopes up. You know, I'm a Newcastle away, difficult, but you should be beating them. Villa away, you'll beat them. Southampton away, you'll beat them. Wolves at home, you'll beat them. So the only team that I've got my hope, and you'll beat Everton, obviously. So the only team that can do anything is Tottenham. But if Tottenham get a result, that's sick for us, man. Because then we're like that. We'd have to really do some terrible stuff not to win the league there. You know what I'm saying?
If Tottenham beat Liverpool, and we win our game, and we end up 4 points clear,
done.
I think it's done because we can still lose a game, and we'd still win the league.
Yeah, with 3 games to go.
With 3 games left.
And one of them games against West Ham, who hopefully in the Europa League final. So we should be
chilling it.
Madness, absolute madness, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. You know, I mean, that was pretty decent, to be fair.
Who would have known after one stream we'd become West Ham fans and Tottenham fans?
Yeah, that is kind of wild. That is kind of wild. We're going to have loads of tier-free content coming for you, especially for the live watch-alongs, guys. So make sure you join the extra club if you've not already done so. Help support the channel. It's a bit of a madness. It's going to be a hectic month in May, and obviously we've still got a couple of games left this month. I think 3 games. It's 3 games left this month, is it?
3 games left this month. We've got this weekend Real Madrid and then next weekend.
Yeah, absolutely madness, guys. So games coming thick and fast. 9 games is the final amount if we get to the Champions League final. Otherwise, it'll just be the 8. Madness.
It's absolutely
confident, bro.
Yeah.
You have to be confident with them
Have to be
fixtures,
confident.
innit?
You just got to back yourself, innit? Just got to back yourself. This is what football's about, innit? Do you know what I mean? If Liverpool weren't there, yes, it'd be people, but it'd be an easier title race without Liverpool in there. But it's exciting times, innit? Do you know what I mean? Driving down to the end of the season. Hence why Liverpool channels have loads of City fans in their chat, and our channels, do you know what I mean? Us, we have loads of Liverpool fans in our chat. It's because Liverpool and City are the two best footballing teams in the world right now. So seeing us clashing it go right down to the wire, it's mint.
No, absolutely. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please drop a like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to give you a live update now.
We're so close to 50k.
I'm going to give you the quick maths as well. 50K.
We're so close to 50k.
Take 49164. We need 836 subscribers.
836, that's it.
For 50k. Remember, guys, when we get to 50k, we'll do a giveaway and we'll do a live stream party situation, innit, man? So, welcome to all fans. You know what I mean?
Welcome to all fans, innit? Just subscribe, then dust us at 50k, innit? Like, you want to get rid of us, get rid of us then. What have we got coming up, bro, this week? What's next? What's next?
Press
conference reaction.
Reaction tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and then preview.
And then
obviously
the game on Saturday, man. So it's going to be a madness. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please drop a like on it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow for the press conference reaction. See you in a bit, guys.
See you in a bit.